Train her down in the water. Get Orchid back, get her off him. He's not responding.
Secure the pool. Lockdown. No one else goes in. Emergency team to G-Pool, now!
It was supposed to be just another routine performance at SeaWorld San Diego. November 15th, 2006. A warm afternoon. Trainers, animals, and guests going through the motions of a carefully rehearsed dance between man and beast. But that day, something cracked beneath the surface. Brian Rokich, a dedicated and respected trainer, had entered the pool with Orchid, a highly intelligent, powerful female orca born in captivity. Without warning, she lunged. Grabbing Brian's leg, she dragged him to the bottom of the pool and held him there. For 26 seconds, the world above kept spinning, but underwater, a life hung in the balance. In that moment, a former trainer once said, "You're not a partner, you're prey." But what drove a captive orca, raised by humans, to suddenly attack? This is the untold story of what happens when trust is broken and instinct takes over. Because sometimes, the scariest part of the show is what the audience doesn't see. If you're passionate about real animal attack stories and the truth behind the headlines, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because what you're about to witness will challenge everything you thought you knew about killer whales and the people who train them. His name was Brian Rokich. At just 27 years old, he had carved out what many called a dream job, working as a marine mammal trainer at SeaWorld San Diego's Shamu Stadium. But what few outside the gates understood was that this so-called dream came with risks most people couldn't imagine. Risks that, one afternoon in November 2006, would become horrifyingly real. Brian wasn't like some of the thrill-seekers drawn to orca training for spectacle. He wasn't there for applause. From the time he was a child growing up near the California coast, Brian was obsessed with the ocean. His bedroom walls were covered in posters of orcas, not movie stars. While other kids were playing video games, Brian was reading about cetacean behavior, fascinated by the intelligence and emotion in these massive creatures. His co-workers would later describe him as steady, focused, and unusually gentle for a trainer. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't use flashy hand gestures. With Brian, it was about connection, trust, patience. And Orchid, the 18-year-old female orca he worked with most often, seemed to respond to that. Their relationship was not just professional, there was a bond. But that's the thing about working with wild animals, even ones born and raised in captivity. The danger doesn't always come from strangers, it comes from the ones you trust. One of Brian's former colleagues later said, "Brian loved these animals. He believed in them. He never thought one would try to kill him." And maybe that's what makes this story so heartbreaking. Because in the world of orca training,